Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Good to have y'all. Welcome to the long weekend stream. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's another Monday. We're here though. We're hanging. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? What is my hair doing? I don't know. It's doing something. Alrighty. Welcome. Hi. Hello. Good to have y'all out here. Welcome on in. Lulu Goblin, what's going on? Akari, hello. Tactical, what is that? Tactical Corn. Sorry, I was glitching for a second. Kiwi, welcome on in. Country Bell, hello. So close to the 2-year mark and a tree upgrade. Thank you so very much for the 22 months. I do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Last video with the wall was awesome. Thank you, Sean. Glad you enjoyed it. What was that? I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm Sweepies, but we're here. We're waking up slowly. Fran, thank you so much for the 51 months. Appreciate you. Hello. No stripes. I honestly don't wear too many striped shirts. I have like a lot of stripes on like button-up shirts, but not. I don't think I have a single striped t-shirt, to be honest. Best way to spend my work day? Welcome on in, Kex. How we doing? Woke up 30 minutes ago. I get it. Yeah, I wish I could say that. No, I've been up for almost. I've been up for 4 hours. It was good today. Since I stayed at home, tomorrow I have to brave the heat. Yesterday was like beautiful here, and today it's supposed to start raining in a few minutes. So you know, not as great. You wearing a Ghibli shirt? I am. Yeah. Glitch in the Matrix. Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, the AI bot. AI fWhip was freaking out for a second, so it's the way it goes. But hey Rofo, how we doing? I don't know why I just like fully paused there, but we're going. Been up for 7 hours. Well, it's only noon here, so I really hope I haven't been up for 7 hours. Can't believe it's Monday again. Yeah, as far as Monday, I think I need a little. I already had a tea this morning. But I took the dogs on a big walk today, so I'm like, I got sleepy afterwards. I thought for sure that was coming with some text on it. Nope, just that was a really big block to say 23 months. Paper Kid, thank you so very much, my dude. Almost 2 years, almost a brand new tree. Have you just woke up? I feel like I sound like I just woke up. I probably look like I just woke up too. No, we did a poker night last night with some friends, and it was really fun. But I feel like for some reason I wasn't even up that late, dude. But I'm Sweepies. We did a lot this weekend. We had a very busy weekend. Clem, I think it is. Thank you so much for the gift sub, dude. Appreciate you. We did on Saturday was a extremely cool experience. We went to a ice skating show called Stars on Ice.
Many greetings.
That was here in Seattle for only one night, and it was pretty much all of the Olympic gold medalists, ice skaters from the last Winter Olympics, and US did really well. So they all did their Olympic routines, like the duos and then the singles, and then they also did some like big like 6 people on the ice skating at the same time, and even one time it was all 12 of them. And I'd never seen professional ice skating in person before, and it was so cool. It was really cool. So if you ever have an opportunity, for somebody who knew nothing about it, I mean, I've seen it on the Olympics a few times, like on TV, but it was really fun. It's so unique, very unique. But just, man, the amount of skill and talent and just, it's so impressive. Especially because they were doing it on the same ice rink that the Kraken, the Seattle hockey team, and the Torrent play on, the women's league. And I went to both of their games many times now. And you can see like the lines of the ice rink, like the penalty corners or whatever the heck they're called, and then like the middle with the logo and everything. And so seeing the ice skaters just absolutely fly across the ice and then just jump and twirl, blah blah blah, it was just like they're going so fast, and I feel like it's not something you really pick up if you're watching on the TV. Like, they go so much faster than any of the NHL players. It was crazy. But it was really cool. Lulu Goblin, thank you so much for the gift sub. Sakura, thank you so much for the 6 months. Appreciate you. Thank you. Kicking on a hype train. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, so we did that, and then we also did like a big barbecue with some family on Saturday before the we had run to the event. Had a lot of family birthdays. A lot of family birthdays. My wife's birthday and my brother's fiance's birthday are the same day.
fWhip heart and then Memorial Day, everyone mandolin hug.
Miss May, thank you so much for the biddies. Appreciate it. And then we found out another extended family member's birthday is also on the exact same day. So we had all those, and then like it's weird. It's like so many of my friends and family are born in May, or they're born in like August, which I'm born in. It's like my family split between May, August, and November. Like those are the 3 months for everybody in the family. Is one of those 3 months for the most part. So we have a lot of May birthdays to celebrate right now, which has been fun to have so many excuses to meet up with people. Miss May, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Appreciate you. Pooch, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Robin, thank you so much for the 65 months. Country Bell, thank you so much for the 200 biddies. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. And YouTube friends, if y'all can be absolutely amazing, click the like button for me. It helps out a ton. And Fran, if I didn't get you, thank you for the 51 months. But we got 400 people in here. We got 150 likes right now. So I really do appreciate it. I relate my family is every month for a birthday except February. That's kind of fun though. You have 1 thing every month to meet up for. I saw Stars on Ice in New York. It was so cool, dude. I was blown away. It was so fun. I was like kind of like mid on going, but some friends were like, yeah, no, we gotta go. And so I was like, okay, like I'll go to an event. I love an event. You mean I can go sit in a chair and just watch some athletes do something that they're absolutely amazing at? Yeah, I'm in. Any chance to see the best in the world at any form of sport? Dude, sign me up. I'm there. I will happily go if I know nothing about the sport. I will learn as much as I can in the car ride over.
Pleased to meet you.
Not much outside that, but we'll do that. Dude, Minecraft 1030, how we doing, my dude? Thank you for the 87 months. 87. That number is getting up there, my dude. I think you are probably the farthest by far, and absolutely zero pressure in this, but you might a year from now be the first ever triple digit sub on the channel. Absolutely zero pressure to keep it up till then, but that's insane. Thank you so very much for all the support. Tier 2 nonetheless, thank you so much. Level 3 hype train 2 Violet 2, thank you so much for the gift sub. Appreciate y'all. I love watching new sports. Seeing people love what they do is so wholesome. Every Olympics I try and find one sport that I've never watched before, and I get like really involved into it. Also, have you guys heard or have you all heard about that like limitless Olympics going on right now? That's like full on doping and steroids and everything is legal. It's happening in Vegas right now. And they had one of the swimming events, and a guy went as a clean athlete, like no steroids, no nothing, and he won one of the swimming events. And I was just like, yeah. What flavor of Celsius? The blue raspberry. So I was like, there we go. You don't need all these fancy schmancy things. They don't actually make a professional athlete. What are we building today? We are gonna be working in creative mode. Hey Stam, how we doing? Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god, it's gonna be a while. No, that was only the last one. Okay, yeah, Minecraft 1030 deserves it again. Have you tried the cola flavor? Yeah, I really don't like it. That's like actually one of the only ones that I don't like. They also have like a cherry one that I'm not a big fan of. Last time we were in creative here, we designed these thingies. Hello, leggy game, please. I'm already down to 16. I don't know, man. What flavor Rockstar? I actually do not like Rockstar at all. Rockstar and Monster I've never enjoyed. I will like occasionally have a sugar-free Red Bull if that's the only option, but outside that I don't like any of the like big name energy drinks too much. Late evening ahead, but excited. Currently getting scared by spooky fish as per usual for me evenings. I really want to check out Subnautica 2. I haven't done it yet, but I want to. I also heard the new Civilization 7 update that came out earlier is like really, really good. So I think I'm gonna be playing that first before I get into Subnautica. So for this, we got to finish this barracks structure over here, so that we can have this whole thing. This I'm just gonna leave as open because I know in the world it's actually filled in. We need to get some doors in here. I think we can just use some spruce. It's easy. Spruce doors I feel like are acceptable pretty much everywhere, so we're just gonna use them. As far as the railroad goes to get to the tippity top, I'm gonna wait to do that in game. We're gonna figure that out as we go, just designing it, because I kind of want to like loop. Maybe we'll design creative, but I don't want to be like empty hole here. So we'll see. On my side, I'll get my hands on Paralives and just go crazy on house designing. I don't think I've checked that one out yet, but I think I know what you're talking about. We need to start dividing this up with some other concrete colors just to be able to get a better base shape that we can work off of. I kind of feel like it should be a little like Tutory, but maybe like a stone foundation. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do like a stone foundation there, and then this will come up with like wood going across this. And then honestly we could do like an every other maybe, and then that could just be like 2 windows up there. Yeah, that'll be kind of nice. I kind of like doing those little tutor designs every once in a while. I don't tend to do a whole lot of them. For the main structure, let's raise this up a little. Oh, I lost my brown. I'm not gonna use yellow. Just up by a single block. I kind of want to, for some reason, I'm like thinking of being like, oh, we could get like yellow in here. I know yellow really is not on brand for the path structures, but who cares? This is just going to be kind of like extra wall filled in there because it just carries it out to the edge. So we're just going to do that. And then he's just going to come down to... Oh, no. I put that somewhere inside. Ready to go. There it is. Choo-choo. Thank you so much. Level 4. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Can you explain to me what's the point of building the exact structure world in creative and then doing it again in survival? Wouldn't just be easier to make a creative world and post on YouTube? Save you the time. The big reason for that is creative Minecraft on YouTube is pretty much it doesn't work as well. It's never as popular as doing stuff in survival, so that's a big part of it. But I also find that for me, my ideal way of playing Minecraft is actually survival and creative. I love to be able to just open up a world and get in there and get goofing around and work on some stuff and come up with some designs for things, and then take the time to bring it into survival. So I actually find for me that playing both survival and creative actually helps me stay more engaged in what I'm doing in this game, which is the big reason for this. Let's make the bottom out of brick, I think.
Pleased to meet you.
But yeah, I would say that's like the main reason for me, is that for me it's like something that I have more fun doing, having them both in there. Does that look weird? I don't think I've ever done this before. Does that look weird having the wall in there? Kind of gives it an interesting feel. Creeper scared you. Yeah, he's just hanging. He's just vibing. He's the lookout, dude. You see that? Look at them. Look at them eyes. What can't you Yeah, creeper vision. Y'all know you can do this. I am the creeper. This is what the creeper sees. Isn't it kind of cool? Yeah, if you go into spectator mode and you go up to a creeper and you left click on it, you go into its head. Go into spectator mode and fly up to a creeper and click on it. You can do it on any mob, actually. But creeper, I think, is the only one that has the unique vision. There's your fun Minecraft tip of the day. I feel like this needs to somehow do an Enderman. Is Enderman do the same thing? This is what it feels to be 6 foot tall. Oh, I forgot. Oh, flashbang. Sorry. Yeah, so this is what Endermen see when you're playing Minecraft. Entertaining and educational, my goal. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to play as an Enderman in Minecraft, if anybody ever makes a video on YouTube saying that they're an Enderman and their screen doesn't look like this, they're cheating. That's what we know. Wimzella, thank you so much for the 2 years. I really appreciate you. All right, where'd that Enderman go? I need to murder. He's gonna steal my grass block. Oh, we can get rid of these. I never did texture the inside of this guy, so we could do the... I feel like I want to just like have him be like brick. Actually, that doesn't need to be at that layer because that will be floor. Save ourselves some blocks. And then we'll probably have a door there for it, so that's fine. Yeah. Cool little Easter eggs. The Enderman's vision is inverted, so I think cobblestone looks like endstone, vice versa. Oh, interesting. That's why they keep stealing our blocks. They think they're end blocks. They're like, I must return to my dimension. Lily, thank you so much for the 8 months. I really appreciate you. End City may be a cool idea. I think your hardcore world maybe soon. I don't know, man. I'm like so torn on doing stuff in the end. Like it could be kind of fun to make an End City and just do some like crazy build style out there. But also I'm like, I don't want to go into the end at all. Like I feel like I got nothing drawing me out to the end dimension right now. I think this whole structure, like this jut out here, is going to be stone. Look, he gave us a block. I think this back here, or sorry, that's brick. That's not stone. This guy here. What do we want to do on this side? I feel like I don't want it to be brick. I feel like brick again is just too much brick in here. So maybe it becomes tough or like a coral. Let's do coral. 'Cause that's still kind of like a warm tone. So just to get our primary block in here. And then we can work a little bit of coral like into this right here. We can use some terracotta to kind of blend it, make it look like maybe it's just some aged bits. fully interior. Yeah, so we gotta design the interior for this entire space. It's gonna be fun. No, that's solid in the world. I clear it all out after I make a mountain, so I know exactly how much I need resources wise. A little bit of mud back there because it's coming off the wall. Sorry, this is real tight in here. It's not terrible. I think we might have to do like a... I feel like a window is the right answer for like making it not flat, but then also a window, I'm like, why would they have a window in here? Like that window would just... I mean, I guess it would be able to get just light in but like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do a window here. This can be a window. That cannot be a window. That's going to be the floor. That's going to be a window. Yeah, that'll be our window. Do you plan on making any game references to your world, like a statue of Link from Zelda or something? No, not really.
Happy to be back.
Kochak, thank you so much for 30 months. Appreciate you. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I do some teeny tiny little references to like designs in video games, but I don't really plan to ever build like statues of things. And if I do, it'd have to be a video game that I like really play a lot and I'm like obsessed with, you know, for me to want to put that in here. And I feel like maybe we have some World of Warcraft references somewhere, just like fun little side quests in WoW or something like that I just really love, because that's the game that I would probably put references to as Warcraft of some sorts would be the thing that I pick. And then outside that though, like I don't really have a whole lot of... I'm gonna change this to stack and then we can... I'm gonna do that and we can just copy this here. I don't know why I'm doing oak. I think it just will look nice. But like, I'll be honest, respect to the Zelda community, but like Legend of Zelda games, I haven't played one since Majora's Mask, and that one's a little old. I never really got super into... I just don't like Nintendo games for the most part. I think is where I'm at. I don't find many Nintendo games that fit the playstyle that I enjoy. And I just think, I don't know. We've talked about it a little bit in the last streams and whatnot. But I find Nintendo's a bit of a lazy development studio, in my opinion. Like, I expect so much more from Nintendo games. For being one of the biggest game developers in the world with one of the largest followings, I expect so much more from them. Seriously, back in this... again? No. Somebody just asked about it. Again, we got another Zelda question. Have you thought about building a canal? Yeah, so I got plans for a Asian-inspired space that I want to make very based around canals. Like, it'll be very much like feudal Japan-inspired, but yeah. You're entitled to your wrong opinions. You know what? And you all can have your wrong opinions, too. That's the best part about the internet. You can shout whatever you want into it. What? I want this to be yellow. Hey. Hey. on being a little bit more recessed back in there, so that actually we're gonna go super recessed. So you have the whole block space if we want to do something on it. I'll take Nintendo's very high on the list of bad game studios. Yeah. I don't think that's that hot of a take. Okay, signs. I think we can do like another little strip of spruce signs going across here. Yeah, just add some extra sign lag to the world. That looks kind of nice. For these, we're going to grab our oak wood. So it just looks a little cleaner. Fire safety compliance building with hay bales. That's okay. There's no fire department here to tell us that we're doing it wrong. Okay, what other color could we grab from here that will kind of work? We could do stripped oak or stripped jungle. I want to say jungle might actually work out better. Yeah, I think jungle works better. It just adds a extra little bit of variation to it. And it's not super yellowy, but it's enough on par that I think it's okay. Or creeper only one in the world. There was another one in here a second ago. He might have fallen down and got it dead. But there's plenty down here. Look at all of them. There's plenty of friends. Yeah, there's 2, 3, 4. Snowman got murdered over there. It's fine. No, it's probably just snow falling. I enjoy your content and impressed with your talents. What do you recommend for someone to improve building and utilize gradients? Might never turn out. If you want to learn how to use gradients and just kind of really just learn it, there's a website called Hue Blocks, Hue, for like color hue. I would recommend checking that out as a good starting point, because you can just put in like your starting block and your end block, and you can create a gradient out of it on the website, or even just download something like Axiom, and then you can say like, all right, that's a terrible example because I lost the block. But I want to go from tube coral blocks and I want to go to brick. What would I use in that way? Okay, so it's recommending maybe we throw some light gray terracotta in here, and you get our polished granite to just use some reinforcing corners. And that'll just kind of help you get a little bit in here. So we can do like that. You can see that kind of blends it away from there. You can go into our granite because it's a little rougher, and then that kind of works towards your brick a bit. So I would recommend checking out stuff like that. I think the coral itself just actually works in here. We don't really need to smooth it, because it, to me, is giving a bit of like it's the warmer color already. Like cobblestone wouldn't work here, but that, in my opinion, actually kind of works decently well. So yeah, I would say looking into stuff like that and just trying to, just honestly, as much as it sucks to hear it, and nobody wants to hear this part of the whole building world, just practice. Just give yourself some time to just mess around with things and get it wrong. I'm gonna do a different trapdoor. We're gonna do jungle. I think that's a big part. Why don't you disable mobs in your creative copy? I mean, I could do mob spawning, but I mean, I use them somewhere. I use them in some places to check things, so it's
My
fine having it on. They don't bother me.
Heat wave, vinyl, Jim, fWhip.
Nice, nice, nice. Bart, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. So we're gonna get some gravel in here. We're going to get some copper ore maybe, and then into stone. And I think that'll probably be good for maybe like that. Just like a little bit of coloring in here. Maybe that's a little too much on the ore, so we can do that. Yeah. I also think a good thing to note for if you're ever doing gradients or anything like that, picking a point where your light is coming from, I find is actually a very important part of the process. Because then you can know where you need to shade from. because you want to go light to dark based off of where like the light would be hitting it, or if there's ever texture or something that's really messed up, that's how you can add some darkness. But generally, I say if I'm looking at a build, light comes from that direction, and I just try and keep it consistent for wherever I'm in the world. As much as like the highlight is down on there, but that could be like lights casting here, so it gets caught by that, so it's like seeing through in there, you know. When you know when to not over texture, you just learn that as you go, to be honest. That's over texturing is something that you gotta look at it, you gotta try everything that you did, and then you need to take a few like steps back and take something off. that's kind of the, I feel like that's the big part, is that it's always okay to take things away. Like if you've textured something and you're like, oh wow, that's a lot, it's always okay to take a block off or remove something from your palette or whatever you want to say. Like this, I think that being different than the brick in there actually looks a little bit nicer. So I think we're gonna do that. Because otherwise, I would also say for like a building in general, 3 to 4 blocks in like a whole face here is really all you need. You need a light, you need a dark, you need a mid-tone, and then maybe 1 or 2 in between. Like that's 3 to 5 blocks is really all you need per, like, for the bottom layer. And then we have our top layer that's still in a warm tone to try and match into our brick here, because I didn't want too much contrast. And here you can see like the oak we have, which I need to go in and mess up. We'll use some spruce. And then we can also use some mangrove, which mangrove is an interesting one, because if we were put it that way, the bark's going the wrong direction. But if we put it that way, it looks like it's flowing with all these guys. So we can do, again, see that's the wrong direction. So we have to place it from the side, and then you can actually get it to work out a little bit better. So being just mindful of the textures and things like that, annoying that it goes that way there, but like up and down on that kind of works out. And then the spruce, it just works pretty well. Because oak is actually a pretty light texture from a distance. Up close, you can see the darker tones in it with the little marks, but from far away, it comes off as pretty light. What about a castle for texturing? The best example I can give you for castle texturing, at least what I have here, is starting from there and like flowing through something. So this was hard because I was trying to pick things that had walls to them. So that's where like all of the tuff and the dead coral came in to try and blend to that warmer mud bricky, and then get up here and I like very much split and had like a bottom half and a top half, and that changed around into there, and then highlights and things. It's all just, you just keep playing with it. Learn how to texture smaller builds, then you can work up towards bigger builds is the biggest thing I recommend. When in doubt, spruce it out. True. Spruce is one of those blocks that, as much as people joke about it, it does unfortunately work in a lot of situations. Back here, we're like really never gonna see this. I'm just gonna do something like that. The dark oak along this is kind of funky because it's just on its own here. So I'm just gonna do a little. No, I don't like that. Feel like do we like that? I don't know why. I'm just like, I need details in this part. think the roof is probably going to be tough. So it's kind of blends these three together. Boom. 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 Be careful to not grab all the signs and things, so I'm just trying to be extra safe about what I grab here. Oh, there's that. Nope. We also need a chimney. We don't have a chimney yet. Let's get all this in first and then see where a chimney would belong. I'm also not a huge fan that is just really flat and straight across the whole thing. So I think we may put like some extra windows into the roof. Just some skylight access or something like that, I think could work out. Did I goof anything up? Nope, we're good. Cool. Add some texture with other blocks. Yeah, we will. I just like to get it all in here, and then I can use type replace to mix it up and mess it up super easy. Let's get mud for the chimney. I think if we do like one chimney on this side and then like another chimney back in here. That could probably be pretty nice. And this one here, we're just going to grab a note block, and I don't need both of them to be let's do something like that, and he can have a little button. It looks nice. I'm going to go over to Twitch because I prefer Twitch over YouTube. No worries. Whichever you want to watch on, they're both there. YouTube friends, be sure to click the like button though if you can. Why soul campfires? Because they give off less light. What's with the quest giver exclamation points? They basically are marking what I still have left to do versus what is done. So lime means it's ready to go into the world. Orange is like a notice thing of, hey, you need to do something with this. And that's for that guy because I want to wait for Cinnabar to release to texture it into the roof to use that new red block. Yellow is, hey, you still have to do something on it. Okay, like what we're doing right now. So that one is still yellow, but he's actually supposed to be lime. We finished it. So that's in there. And then it's just kind of, it's markers that I can see easily from up above. Be like, hey, you still have stuff to do. It's just, for me, extremely helpful to just at a glance be like, are there exclamation points in the sky? Okay, that means I have something that I need to go do over there. I didn't know that about Soulfire. I'll probably be using that now. Yeah, I'll show you. A campfire spawn proofs that much space. So a campfire spawn proofs that much space. The light level it gives off is way, way lower. So I find that is better for the aesthetic chimneys, because then your chimneys aren't glowing like a freaking beacon. A freaking bacon. What? What is compared to Torch? Torch is higher than both of them, I believe. Oh no, Torch and campfires give the same now. Yeah. The chimney should not be on fire, so it should not be that bright. Yeah, if your chimney is like really, really bright and shiny at home right now, you probably want to go get it checked out. Yeah, wait, just do that. All right, so we have tough. We can go to there. What do we want to do around this color picker? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What you got? What you got? What you got? Mossy stone brick could work a little. A little mossy cobble maybe into that. And just like stone brick for some highlights. Sure. Also probably need to do something. Oh, I've been trying out dynamic gamma with the gamma utils mod recently. I think I'm really starting to like it. Let's do that. And it's really fixed that issue I was having in footage in the last episode where sometimes like the night shots were really, really dark that people are saying. I was looking into it some more, and so I was like, well, I can just artificially make it lighter at nighttime and maybe that will resolve it. And so far, looks like it has. Yeah, I even think just like one of those in there helps break it up enough. Or do we want to do two? Maybe we do two. Have you ever added wind turbine pumps like ones you can find in the Netherlands to prevent floods? Oh, for like, what are they, polder farms? Is that what it is? I feel like that's the wrong word, but it sounds close. I have not in this world, no, not yet. Maybe one day though. Bart, thanks for hanging, dude. You have a good night. How many hours do you spend on Minecraft a day, average, building creative hardcore recipes? Monday through Friday, I'm treating Minecraft like a full 40 hour, 50 hour a week job. I mean, I would say on average, I'm in my office making Minecraft video content of some shape or form for 40 to 50 hours if not on a week on average. Some weeks probably go up to 60, some weeks are a little lower, but that's kind of the nature of content creation. Is it's never consistent. Content creation definitely averages. I would say content creators work a lot, which is probably surprising to a lot of people. There's some content creators out there who get by with doing very, very little work. But I would say the average content creator works more than 40 hours a week if you're a full-time content creator. There we go. I think that looks nice. One of those moisture collectors, like from Star Wars. Non-stop Minecraft is fire. It gets to you after a while. Has Mojang ever reached out to you for anything? Yeah, I've worked with Mojang a few times on different things. I've done some work for Minecraft Lives in the past. I was invited to the Minecraft movie premiere last year. I've done a few ad campaigns for Minecraft. I've done stuff with them. They're cool. I know quite a few people at Mojang. They're all very good people. Can you make a video of your old survival world and compare it to your current style? Remember when you built the Wizard Academy? Honestly, I was thinking about doing that. I might do that soon. I think that could be a fun video for the summer. Are you going to be in Minecraft movie too? NDA, I can't say anything. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Nope. I want that one to be that height, but I kind of want to put candles on the top of these, so... I mean, I need to raise it up one, or I just don't put a candle here, and I don't know. What do I do? Or I'll just go no candle. It's fine. No, I'm not popular enough to get into the Minecraft movie. Oh, hello. And you know what? That is 100% A-okay with me. I am not an actor. No part of me has ever wanted to be an actor. So, we're chilling. We all spawn proof back here? I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah, because I just filled that with leaves. Make sure all of our outdoor spaces are spawn proof. We need our doors up here. We need doors on everything in here. I feel like this could definitely get textured a wee bit. It needs to have a slab. It needs to have a slab. Guess mud is really all I got. Which kids were watching you instead of those liar YouTubers like Preston and all that? That's fine. You know, sometimes those audiences, you might wish that they were here or whatever, but the part of what makes this community special is the people who are a part of it. It's not just me. I can help guide the community and all that, but a lot of the success and everything for this, like the streams being a chill, fun place to hang, comes from all of y'all being here and being down to create that environment. And if you were to get a lot of the younger kids who are really into those types of creators that you're describing there, they watch that because that's the type of stuff that they find entertaining, so they'd be bringing that type of vibe in here most likely. So everybody's welcome here, but it makes it easier to just be chilling, you know? I don't really mind that. I know it is already spawn proof up here, but just for the sake of something. Actually, I don't think it was spawn proof over there. That'll be fine. Actually, let's grab a glow lichen. I'm not planning to spawn proof the mountain because ain't nobody got time for that. But we could do a little something. Actually, let's go leaves. I want these to be mangrove. That's fine. Only the YouTubers that build their channel have a persona. Don't most YouTubers have a persona they put on? I would say that me as a content creator, like I'm a similar person in life, but I'm definitely not 100% of me IRL versus me here. Simple way of describing it would be that me IRL, I don't care about language. I know, big surprise. I do swear IRL. Whereas as a content creator, I don't, and that's because I know it's a smart decision as a content creator in the Minecraft space to have a community that is family friendly, because a majority of people, not a majority, but a large percentage of Minecrafters who are watching Minecraft YouTube, a large enough percentage, I should say, prefer to have the content that they watch be family friendly, or their parents prefer that the content that they watch is family friendly. So by just providing family friendly Minecraft content, I am reaching a potential wider audience than I would be if I was not. So like things like that changed, and I definitely I talk slightly differently as a content creator, just to enunciate, because if y'all weren't aware, your normal speaking voice as you speak is pretty boring. It's pretty bland. I'm gonna be honest. Most of us out there, we might think our voice sounds like it's coming from angels and all that, and it's the best thing ever. But if you record yourself and listen to it, you're probably like, why am I so boring? How am I so bland? And that's part of it, is just public speakers. You have to enunciate more and all that. So I'd say there's little differences like that in how I create content versus me being a person, but I feel like that's the same of, I think, anybody who has a job, wherever your job may be, you probably have a different personality that you are when you're sitting at your corporate desk job or whatever your job might be. You probably have a different personality around your coworkers than you have around your family, than you have around your friends, that you have all that type of stuff. So I think that's just a part of life. We have different sides of our personalities that we show to different people, because one, we might feel safer sharing certain things with certain people, or we might feel less safe sharing certain things with certain people. So that's just all part of it. You don't have to make it part of your vocabulary, but at least I find it impossible to not swear at least once in an entire lifespan. I mean, yeah, it's just words. I mean, obviously there is meaning behind those words, but like, me as a person, I don't care about language. The only reason I keep it family friendly around here is because I think it is a smarter decision as a content creator on the internet to make your content as approachable to as many people out there as possible. And I think there's so many ways to be an entertaining, engaging person and say what you want to say without throwing swear words into it. Like there's so many ways to say things, and if your only way of reacting to a situation that is something bad that happened
Pleased to meet you.
is you have to swear, like that's just
Hey,
flat
fWhip,
personality.
What are you working on?
We're working on the last building over here in the corner. This is kind of like a barracks guard outpost of sorts that connects into the wall, and then it's gonna have like the minecart that'll go up the way up to the castle and everything. I always change my voice at work so much that people think I'm a woman. Just a part of life. Do a little like that. That'll be nice. Is it spawn proof up here? Swearing isn't controversial until it's used in a right you mean a specific context? I mean, yeah, but it's the words have an association with them, which is why people don't like hearing them too often, or they think it's bad for like their children to hear it or something like that, which that's okay. You can respect that about people as long as they're respecting you in return, and like it doesn't matter, it's fine. So it's like there's a time and a place for everything, you know. You think censoring a swear word in a video is okay using the classic bleep? I tend to not do it unless it's really, really, really funny. But I know some people, like PewDiePie is a great example here of when YouTube started cracking down on swearing in videos for where it was going to appeal to advertisers and stuff for a bit. What PewDiePie just kept doing exactly what he was doing, but he just was putting a dolphin like E sound over every single time. And then you watch his video and it's like every 5 words is an E, and then it's like, okay, but like at that point people know what you're still doing and it's not funny. But if you do that like once in a video, that could then be seen as this is hilarious. But if it's every time in your video, every few seconds, not funny. It's just that's, and it gets old. So it's, if it's for the humor of the video and it is if it adds to the entertainment value of what you're creating, throw it in. Why not? But if it's just as funny by just removing it or not having it there, then why do you have it there? I think that's what a lot more people need to start thinking about when it comes to video creation. Trying to smooth this out a touch on these curves. There's little bits like that I think are going to help. This right here, I'm actually going to close that in. I never really do this, but I feel like I should. Like instead of having a whole block over, like now it's stepping by a half every single time, so it creates a much more direct angle. And like here we can just do something like that. Yeah. It's kind of nice. What are all your mods? They're linked in the Discord if you want to go check them out. Kind of feel like this side's done. I like it a lot. I think we did it. I think that corner's done. Hey, Wizzy, how we doing? City building never stops. No, it does not. It keeps getting bigger. I don't know how. Does your entire world have a name? Not really. I don't have a name for like the entire world. This is, we have the city of Path, we have the city of Tough Hall, we have the city of New Papyrus, and then their like lands or area. Like this is the region of Path, Tough Hall, and like some of them, yeah. I don't really have a name for the entire thing, I think, yet. The flip smear. What? You guys are community well. I'm kind of new, and this is the far best YouTuber community I've seen. Hey, I appreciate it. It's not all me though. I can help guide, but there's been the moderators have been a huge part in helping to make sure this place is a fun, safe place for everybody to be in. And we've had our hiccups along the way. Is there bedrock of the texture for all your foliage? No, unfortunately it's just Java. What I use to make the textures like work in game, unfortunately does not work in bedrock. And I don't know enough about bedrock and how to fix it. What version are you on? I'm on the latest. I'm on 26.1.2. Waiting for 26.2 to drop, dude. I'm thinking it's soon. I feel like it's gonna be soon. It has to be, right? Now we just have the little tweaking, little itsy bitsy thingies here and there. Okay, cool. We're gonna stop touching it. Just kidding. That made a face. I can't do that. That's a face, dude. We can't have that. Too much of a face. I really want to like curve it in. Like if I could do like a diagonal like line across there, I would love that. But what do you want for the next game drop? Yeah, it did look like a duck. It really did. I don't know.
Pleased to meet you.
The Biome Losers update
7
is
months
still
in and never leaving
would be my
this
favorite.
place. Underscore fWhip your
Ninja, thank you so much for the 7 months. Lovely to have you. Welcome on in. Building looks hungry. It's got very. He's a hungry hippo. We played Rummy Cube last night. Haven't played that in years. We played poker for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we made dinner, and then we decided that we were swapping over to Rummy Cube. And I ended up winning 2 out of the 3 games that we played, and I was like, I feel like I never win this game. But I was on fire last night, dude. My brain was cooking. I was sliding things all over the place to get the spot where they could all go. It was great. And Jan, thank you so much for the gift membership. Appreciate you. Whatever texture pack thing I have that does that, I hate it. So annoying. I don't want to put the thing on the...
Keep it real.
I'm not going to do too much of this leaf lighter decoration, but just like a few spots. Shvit, thank you so much for the dono. And Kex, thank you so much for the tier 2 membership, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, we were like, all of us were like, what do we do next? And one of my friends, she was like, let's play Rummy Cube. And all of us were like, oh, I haven't played that in forever. I know I put a lot of plants on the side of the streets here, but I really, really like the look of it. Do you name your streets? I do not really know. Not in this world too much. I'm more like, I like to have the signs on buildings. So like this could be something inside of here. Some sort of shop building of sorts, or maybe this is like a guard, like administrative office or something. I don't really know. Oh, we never put those in. What are we using for the windows here? Trapdoors. Just do that. Been doing this recently on these like flat ones just to give like a little like 2 pixel bump out on it. But I really like it. Also, to ruin your brains, because I noticed this a few days ago and it really, really bothers me. So you see how the sign here, It's just like slightly off of that, but like not a whole pixel off of that. It's not pixel consistent. Oh, because it's like they like shrunk the size of the pixels for signs. So signs aren't pixel consistent on the sides as they are on the front. These pixels are smaller than these pixels, which are small, or no, those are the same as those, but there's the pixels here are smaller than the pixels on everything else. And then I mean, I get it because it makes the text on signs a lot more legible, but like, yeah.
Keep it real.
I'm not reading out. Do you have any houses with a green block palette? Yeah, Schmidt. Actually, this one right here is probably the closest green block palette we have, which is going green concrete powder or moss, lime terracotta into bamboos, then a little yellow. Green's kind of hard though, and there might be one in the lower city area, or there might be one up here. I feel like it. Yeah, here's another green one. This has junglewood, green terracotta.
Have any houses with a green block palette?
Wow, that was so delayed. Moss blocks and green wool. So there's another one with spruce on the trim for it. That one worked out pretty well. I'm like, what do I do? Oh, we had talked about adding like a tree or something out here. I think I want to do it. My trees, behold. Oh, I did. Off of that one that we made, like right over there, I made a thingy for it. So now it has its. I like finished the back half of the tree and put it out somewhere. We could just like paste him in here. Is that too green? Yeah, I don't want that. I want spruce. I need my spruce. And by spruce, I mean spruce and birch. You use any mods or settings to generate your world? No, the world was plain default in 1.18. Caves and Cliffs Part 2 is when I generated the world originally. I feel like a tree back in here could be kind of nice. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that looks good. Love Texas Hold'em. Yeah, I was like one of the first times I ever really like learned it. I mean, I remember playing a few times as a kid, just like for funsies, but not really understanding the rules. So it was fun to mess around on for a while last night. Hey Liz, how we doing? Happy Monday. Alright, so we got that. I also think like down here could have some trees. Because you know I can't be stopped, so I might as well keep going. Do that. We can get ourselves a... This guy can kind of come like down here because he's a bit taller. He's cute. Doing well. Smoked 2 chickens for Memorial Day lunch. They're delicious. Nice. How did that happen? Interesting. Yeah, we're not really doing anything for Memorial Day. We had a really busy weekend, but like we're not doing anything like today. Why'd you do that? I always like to put these in a little bunch of 3s. I know I do it often, but it's just like the exact same, and then we can just throw like another one there, and we can do like a little 5er. What I really want to learn about soon is like under forest texturing. I feel like I'm not the best at that. I'm not as good at it as I want to be. Maybe that's just because I tend to move too quickly, but it's something that I really want to learn more about here soon. What flower do we want? We could do like a few little flowers on that one. We kind of use alliums and azure bluets everywhere in the city, so we'll do some of that. Use more moss on log. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. I was looking at Snifferish. She posted on Twitter today of like all these tree schematics she's been building for her next video, and I was like, and I saw she had a bunch of logs and things in there, and I was like, I gotta go make just like prefab schematics of like logs or fallen trees or stuff, just to be able to throw in as she needed. And I was like, I could definitely get some of that. I could definitely benefit from a few of those. This is kind of just like gross carved back, so maybe we need to... This is where the projects keep getting bigger. Because I haven't done anything with this, like, river at all. Like, down here we did dirt at the bottom of it, but up here is nothing. Maybe that's just like a thing that we'll deal with in survival itself. So I just won't decorate along the edge of it. How much is the YouTube membership? You can click on the join button. You can see before you pay anything. All the different tiers, what the benefits are, and all that cool stuff. By clicking the button, you are not paying anything. You can just learn more. I think we're gonna go no azure bluets. We'll just do a few like short grass. I feel like on the ground we've been using these, we've been using those, and we've been using a few little like flowering azaleas. Do something like that. That'll work. Tier 1 gets you access to the world download. Tier 2 gets you access to the server. YouTube membership does technically have a tier 0 for just the supporter. But the tier 1, you can see the perks. I guess you can't see them on Twitch, but so that can be harder. I'm just gonna add all of the ferns, then we'll be fine. The solution is obviously more fern blocks. Seed, please. Building with fWhip. How are we looking? Yeah, it's kind of coming along. just gather all of the ferns. It'll be fine. Every fern shall be gathered. How do you come up with the shape of your builds? Usually I find some inspiration online to get an idea, or just try and combine different rectangles together. Looking very pretty once again. Oh, and the nature as well. Hey, Thomas, how we doing? Welcome on in. I've been enjoying your videos for a while now. Is there a reason that for you to not use shaders? Audience preference or just better clicks on YouTube? Both of those. Shaders make Minecraft gameplay really hard to see sometimes. And I'll be honest, I don't personally prefer the look of shaders in Minecraft. I think shaders can be a little overpowering. It's easy to make a bad build look good with shaders turned on. Because shaders do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And also I think
Looking very
Bedrock
pretty
players
once
can't get them.
again. Oh, and the nature as well.
I don't know why that just came as a chat message first a little bit ago. But Thomas, thank you for the 57 months, my dude. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I find that what would the word be? Shaders. That's what we're talking about. Shaders do a lot of heavy lifting for players, and that's fine. Like, shaders do look gorgeous at times. I think for sure. I personally don't enjoy playing with them because I think that they make the game just very contrasty, and also Bedrock players do not have access to shaders. They have access to vibrant visuals, sure, but they don't have access to shaders. And let's be honest, vibrant visuals still doesn't quite add up to be able to compete with a lot of the big time shader packs out there. Like, how many people, curious actually, how many people are here that are bedrockers that play with vibrant visuals turned on all the time? Or not even all the time. Do you play with vibrant visuals more than just looking at your builds? I think that's my question. But yeah, I find that vibrant visuals in itself, just it hasn't really been there. It just, yeah, it hurts your eyes. Yeah, it's a little too contrasty in a lot of ways right now, I think. And there's a lot of biomes that I think it just doesn't really work in, unfortunately. I think it's still redeemable and it's still fixable, but it's not the easiest to work with. So when taking that into account, like, bedrockers more or less don't have shaders. They have visuals, but it's different. But they're very different. So if you want to make your Minecraft gameplay appeal to as many people as possible, not using shaders is better, because then bedrockers can recreate what you're making. It's one of those content creator things. Also, I think Minecraft is visually pretty enough without shaders installed that you just don't need it. Okay, all of these are ready to go in the world. The only one we're waiting on for this entire section here, which is pretty cool, is the orange thing. And that one's done too. So that's probably a video, because there's 4 buildings, which are pretty freaking big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be 9 buildings, 10 buildings over there. That's probably one video, and then like all of the trees and things and that to finish off that section. But dude, that's the... That right there might be a little too dark, but I think it's actually okay. That is looking pretty cool. That looks really good. Why is your grass full and not full? I have a mod called Better Grassify that connects grass if it's like staircasing down. It'll connect it. So there, grass block to that is there. So like this, if I replace that, you can see it would connect there. Because I got rid of it, it doesn't. So it just makes grass look a little cleaner. Does your leg stop you from expanding the city more, or was this the plan from the start? No, this has been the plan for the city since I started it, was to always be like a horseshoe shape kind of around this. So I guess it's like big blob with like the harbor extending around. I always knew I wanted to get rid of that mountain. And I always knew that I wanted this like all flowing down throughout this entire region, which is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. So these little houses in here are teeny tiny little guys. They're supposed to be like back alley, just homes, kind of. This is gonna be a work yard of sorts in the dwarven area. I haven't figured it out quite yet what I want it to be. But yeah, so these are very, very small houses. We've got up into the neighborhood here, that's just some more extra homes at the top. They go back through here, and then we've got this back little space with a tree, and just some stuff. Like I think I've like figured out that that will go into like a little basement of sorts. This house here is half built in the world, literally up until the top of the roof here, and I just did not build the rest of it.
Can only stay for this long. Good night, y'all.
That was funny. Who's that? Why didn't that show up on the list? Why that just showed up now? Bart from Bart? That was like 30 minutes ago. Weird. How do you make a copy of your world to play on? You just copy and paste the files on Windows. And then leave it in the same file directory. You can Google that though. You don't need me to tell you. What concepts do you have in mind for the future of the dwarf civilization you have? I want to go a little bit more brutalist architecture styles than we have currently. I think is a big one. That's kind of something that I want to be jumping on to more. But as far as like where it's going to go from there, I haven't really figured out a whole lot of it yet, I'll be honest. Like I got the general stuff in mind. Like it was originally inspired by Dornogol from World of Warcraft, was the reason for the region existing. So it's probably going to be staying very Dornogol inspired. But as far as like the intricacies that we're going to get as we develop it more, I'm not too sure quite yet. On here though, I want to just come through and I don't know quite what I want to do for these, but we'll just start here and see where our brain takes us for the next little bit. Just start at least getting our brown concrete in for where the like supports and whatnot are going to go. This guy, I think I'm just going to like wrap around to there. Actually, let's just go, let's grab an orange. Sorry, Skellington. This is a really small house. It's a very, very small house. It goes back into this like shared backyard space. Oh, I forgot we did that. That's a very big door. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Something in there. Like a workshop of sorts, maybe. I've been building brutalist style in my survival world. That's interesting. There's a book, Brutalism, by Billy reading that goes into great detail. Interesting. Check that out. I haven't dove much into the like what would that be? Literature reading of architectural styles for that. I kind of tend to just like look up the concepts and go off of it. So that probably would be something to, you know, up-level building game for me just in general, is to, you know, actually understand the why of why build styles are the way that they are. Probably be smart. I think I'm gonna do this as a little slab thing. Just mark this in here like this, and then just like that. Yeah, why not? This here is going to be all mud because that's how I do all these towers. They're always mud. Oh, we said we were going to do a little balcony on this. Ew. Go me. Wow. Thinking of the balcony ahead of time. That's a lot of space if we turn the balcony that far out. One wide balcony it is. This guy here, I feel like isn't going to have any wood on it. Okay, we did a diagonal. Interesting choice, me. Interesting choice. That's part of a chimney. What is that supposed to be? Hello, past fWhip. What were we thinking? Sincerely, present fWhip. WTF. This is going to be a balcony. Sure. fWhip is so rude. Right now. Oh, loser. That can be our chimney. I think that's most of the things lined out that we need. There's realistically like not too much up in this space. Add some flower baskets by the windows. Yeah, we'll texture all of it first and then we'll start talking about flower baskets and stuff. We're in stage 2 right now. Stage 1 is shaping, stage 2 is color blocking, stage 3 is gradients, stage 4 details. I would say is my typical process of building in Minecraft. This is a video from how to build. I don't have a direct how to build tutorial, but if you watch the content that I make, you'll pick up some tips and things on how I build. There's no one way to build in Minecraft, so all I can do is share my process for it, and people can pick up on that as it goes. This is gonna need a window up here for sure. Not open back there. It's open, but it's definitely not going to remain open because that's just going to disappear into the rock, so we'll leave it that as a solid wall because a lot of this we actually have to cut down. How to make my area visually appealing even though I don't have any snowy peaks and it's in a plains biome. Dude, you can make plains biomes look beautiful. Step 5 profit. No, step 5 question mark. Step 6 profit. Plains biomes, to me, are one of the most pretty biomes to work with in Minecraft. Because use the openness and dead space to your advantage. Like, I mean, this is all farmland in the main, but look how open a lot of this is. There's still intentionality behind everything around, but there's There's a lot of openness here. You just have patches of flowers and grass and stuff, and then you have the occasional tree.
Hey, present fWhip, hope all is well and you're doing good.
Pretty open.
Made it to 20 months. Life's been hectic, so I'm just hanging in there. Thanks for the great videos. Also, can't forget the BR.
It's like Wild Man's being too nice right now. Wild Man's being too nice.
Fortify path with ballistas and catapults. Lol.
Wild Man, thank you so much for the 20 months, my dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't tend to build too many ballistas or catapults. I'm not too big on like the war machinery and all that stuff in this world. I just tend to not build too much of it, but definitely a good way to add something.
Keep it real.
It's the Snossage. Hi, Snossage. Everybody say hi, mythical Snossage. Hope you're all doing well. What are we up to today? Were we on the flight? Were we dragon riding? Were we doing all that stuff? Were we screaming in the at the thing going lore, 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 lore? Like what were we building something? Did we place a block today, or did he just scream lore for 3 hours? I need to know. I need to know the information. I need to know the big mythical sausage stuff going on here. Also, hi, how you doing? Screamed lore so much. Love it. Love to hear it. Well, I've been not doing screaming lore stuff, but we have been doing building stuff. We've been working on finishing up the city in the hardcore world for the creative design, at least, of it. And today we finished up this little corner. Got a lot of these guys detailed out, so we're just kind of messing around. There's kissing in Academy Halls. Of course there was. It's a sausage stream. Is there ever a sausage stream without some form of homosexual kissing going on between men? I feel like that's very much like the mythical sausage vibe. I mean, y'all are on board for it. Y'all are in for the shipping content is what I hear. Through the grapevine, at least. But yeah, so we worked on this. We got a lot of stuff going on in here. Totally didn't make out with anyone. Lies. I'm sure. X2 doubt. Yeah, so we've been working on this here in the world. We're waiting for the new update to finish up the roof on this guy, but otherwise everything is done because I want to work with the Cinnabar blocks for the roof of there because I think it'd just be a fun excuse. So we are nearing the final houses in the city that we've been working on, which is really crazy. So I don't know how long it's been since you've seen this sausage, but it's getting big. This is getting big. All the exclamation points are houses that are not actually built in survival, but everything else is already up in the hardcore world. And then we've expanded to include a new harbor over there. So we've got a lot of stuff. It's gotten even bigger. Looks awesome. Yeah, it's been fun. It's coming together. We're getting there. Been really cool building it all up though. I've been having way too much fun with this project. It's been a good time. I was just about to start working on getting stairs in for the roofs here. So we're gonna go back to doing that and see where this takes us. But thank you so much for the raid, dude. Hope you all are doing well today. We gotta catch up soon. I haven't talked to you for forever. We're gonna just send this all the way over, and then we'll fix up where it gets kind of goofed. Miss flipping sausage shenanigans. I know, he's too in on the lore now. And I'm just like too out of the lore. It's just... we'll have to figure it out one day. You know what we could do here? Oh, it just started raining outside, and it's like that fresh rain smell on it, like where it's been like really hot recently, and then you get like some fresh rain.
Pleased to meet you.
It smells so magical. Have you ever built a palace? So this up here is a university, but it was supposed to be a palace that was taken from the rulers and turned into a university. So it's got palace vibes to it, but not like full palace. Burb, thanks so much for the gift sub to Sausage. I'm yearning for some rain right now. Yeah, my plants are going to be very happy. I did water them all yesterday, though, so a waste. Yeah, let's do that for now for this. I feel like getting like stairs in for the roofs themselves just helps my brain with being like, okay, that's at least like I can see the actual shapes that I need for everything. I think this one we're gonna do for deep slate too. We'll just kind of pick a few random things. So like this can be deep slate. This one here, let's make it out of mud, I guess, as like our main. It'll just be a brown. That connects into there. Wow. Wow. Yo, look at that. Do you mean that the past rulers gifted their home to academia? No, absolutely not. No, like fully overthrown. Just absolutely destroyed, ousted, no longer alive type vibe, yeah. No, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to not go into that part of the lore. Just all we know is that it is no longer owned by a royal family. Yep. Yep. I'll go make myself a castle too. Nice. Is there any sort of museum in your world? No, there's actually not a museum. This guy definitely needs a chimney here. We don't have a chimney on this house. So we're going to do one chimney here. And we're going to do one chimney here. And we're going to do a third chimney. Because we can. Right over there. Why 3 chimneys? I don't know. This guy also needs a chimney. Could use the chimney as like a detail along here. So we can put it... No, I need the yellow. I may be colorblind, but I ain't blind. So we'll put that up here. That could be like something going up into that. Hall of Maps is kind of museum. Yeah, I guess that's kind of...
Pleased to meet you.
Hello fWhip and chat. Tie for all the streams.
Charlie Raj, I'm assuming. I don't know. Thank you for the 5 months. Hello, what I miss? We did that guy over there. We did a little bit of foliage decoration in that little edge of the mountain. And then now we're just kind of goofing around up in the Dwarven district, making some house roofs and things. I need to like do a good few minutes of walking around in here and just seeing the types of details and stuff that I was throwing in for the Dwarven District, just to bring out the vibes before we really start doing a lot in here, because I feel like I don't remember much. You know, this one back here. It's like a dark... yeah, let's do this. Let's do nether brick. But we're going to put a slab on the top instead of a full block. Okay, there's that. We got that. I feel like the people coming in from Sausage's stream, if y'all are still hanging in here, the vibes are probably so much different. Flight SMP vibes versus chill creative Minecraft. that's a swapperoonie right there. Call you Jar Jar. So we call him Binks. Got it. How do you keep your city so colorful and not the same 10 blocks like mine always are? Intentionality of making it different. Not every roof needs to be the same. You can also use difference in blocks used and stuff to show like maybe eras that the city was built up in. I mean, you can see in here, like we have 2 deep slate roofs. We have one nether brick roof, and we have a mud brick roof, and then this one here I'm gonna make out of tuff, just because that's another variation, but it's still a gray tone, so it's not like crazy out there, you know. So I would say don't be afraid of trying out a different color. And this is also, I would say, one of the things here that is, somebody asked earlier, of why do you build things in creative twice? Or why do you build things in creative to then build them in survival? Like, why are you wasting your time doing that? Is because in creative you have access to every block ever that you could ever need to make anything. And it just makes it a lot easier to make more unique things than you would have otherwise. So I think that's also a big part of why I do things in creative, is because I come up with a lot more interesting block palettes for builds, because I can just quickly be like, let's try this block. And then be like, oh, wow, that did work. Or, oh, no, that didn't work. Okay, but I only spent 2 seconds swapping it out. Versus, okay, let me run back to my storage room. Let me go run over to here. Let me go to this, blah, blah, blah. To then see if it works afterwards. So there's doing things in creative first is just very, very, very like low risk and low time commitment for designing things. So you can try a lot of things really quickly to see what works or what doesn't work. And that it doesn't even include like tools like Axiom to help just like stacking things up like that faster. That is cool. Finally up here, not just seeing the concrete roofs. I know it's still concrete houses, but seeing actual roofs in there instead of the bright colors, just by trying things out. I feel like if you built it in survival, you'd have to build it at least 5 times instead of just 2. Probably, yeah. You tear things down and put them back up and tear them down. What's the greatest tip to give to a beginner as I finally got my close friend to play Minecraft, but they have no idea how to build? And even though I go to building, I'm horrible with tips. One, don't set expectations on them. I think is the number one tip that I can give, and that's more for you. I know you're like, what do I tell them? But a lot about Minecraft, the joy of Minecraft comes from discovering Minecraft as you play the game. So I think trying to be like, ooh, here's how to get better as quickly as possible is honestly not the way that I would introduce Minecraft to somebody. The way I would probably introduce Minecraft to somebody is be like, okay, here's the things that are available. Here's what I'm doing in it, and here I got blah, 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 blah. Let me know if you have questions. Or if you have questions on where to find something, or if you're curious about like an art style or something, or a build style, let me know and I can help you find a content creator who does those builds, or blah, 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 so they can find tips of there. But if you're just like, oh my gosh, do this, and then 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 this, you kind of get away from the sandbox vibe of Minecraft that I think makes Minecraft so good, you know? So just giving the space for people to learn as they want, I think is, to be honest, the best way to learn and play the game. I think for this one, I want to do sandstone walls. Not like sandstone wall blocks, but like make the walls out of sandstone, you know? That literally goes into the house. Okay. I said, yeah, you don't need that corner of your house. No, we're gonna do that, and that'll be fine. This interior will just be a little gift, but we'll just like put it like that. Yeah, that doesn't need to be there either. Perfect. Okay. Didn't know you did live stream and watch all your vids. Hey, Bam, welcome on in. Yeah, we're doing some creative planning today. Try and figure out some more houses in the city. Yeah, I typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. About this time. We do a lot of creative planning on streams. And then we do some survival grind stuff. Okay, there's that. That's gonna be a window there. This is going to stay a wall because I want this guy to have access to that. Cool. We got sand in here. And then we're going to make this here out of a brick. This is all so going to be brick. This is also going to be brick. Just brick, 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 brick. What is your next bigger objective once you've reached the desired scale of your city? We're gonna work on building on the interiors. We got the mountains around the city to build. And then I really want to expand Tough Hall and New Papyrus, the Dwarven area and the desert city. So once this civilization is wrapped up and like you can kind of put the bow on it and be done, then we're gonna transition a lot to be working into those spaces. I should have put the windows in first. Whatever. works. There. Oh, it kind of copies 2 and 2, whatever. That's fine. Do you have any tips for those who can only build in survival on bedrocks who don't have Axiom or Litmatica? I mean, just take your time. Use a happy gas to be able to fly around and look at things. And the difference in building in survival versus building in creative is just, it's going to take more time. Because you don't have access to everything on hand. If you really want to be able to be like build crazy fast and be super efficient, you can look into setting up your ender chest to like have 2 stacks of everything that you need ever that you'd be building with. So you have a bunch of shulkers in there filled with different materials. I know some people do that and it tends to help out. I never find it be like the most effective thing, but like it can help. So I'd say looking at stuff like that, could definitely do a little bit. Let's go with our end stone. What's slightly darker? White terracotta. Slightly darker on this front. Birch. Yeah, I'm using endstone. What about it? What's your favorite part of building? I mean, I love the shaping and creating an environment. The being able to just designing an environment that I can then walk through is so fun. And being able to make it look like something that's feels alive. That's also like that I would say is my like #1 joy of building in Minecraft is creating environments in the game that I can then explore and walk through and see again that I'm like, oh yeah, no, this feels really nice. Like this feels great to be able to walk through. You don't see endstone being used every day? No, you really don't. It's not a bad block too much. It's hard to use. Like I'll say that, but I think endstone still has a place. Oh, I lost my birch. Hey, when making like a villager hall, what types of house shapes do you keep in mind when doing that? Making a villager hall, like a villager trading hall? I mean, just make it, decide on what you want the village farmhouses to look like, or are they like a medieval farm? Then you can maybe look into seeing what that would look like to make farmhouses that feel like they'd be in like a medieval environment, or what type of space are they in, you know? You gotta answer those questions, and then you can figure out where you want to go with it next. There, bam, bam. Pull that down to this hotbar. Just a little bit in there. Alliums kind of match the color that we're doing all that. What trapdoors do we want? Kind of feeling jungle could work out better than oak. feels very classic flip house. Yeah, we're gonna do it. These don't. I'm terrible at building. I have all these ideas in my head, but I can't seem to take them in form and into game and make them look good. Any tips? So I should practice and get better. Maybe what do you think? Like your builds just look off, like shape wise? If so, maybe try making them a little bit bigger. That might help you out. I think some people tend to be very, very stuck on trying to make something as small as they physically can. So maybe trying to scale your builds up ever so slightly so you can get a few more ways to make unique shapes in there at whatever block scale you're working at might be able to help you out. Try stuff out like that. You might be able to get some good results that you like. God, I want to do pale on these doors. I feel like that white pop on a door could be kind of cool. What's your favorite build in your hardcore world? The Foliage University for sure. That's not deep slate. That's deep slate. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. You're awesome. Thanks, dude. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Lovely to have y'all out here today. YouTube friends, be sure to click the like button on the stream if you haven't already. I very much appreciate it. I'm not going to put any more over there because that's like kind of a brighter color with the light in itself. So we're going to just leave that as is. Love your content. I often find myself checking YouTube slowly to see if you have uploaded, watch every video, and love how you bring art into Minecraft. Hey, Josh, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The builds recently have been really fun to do. I've been having a lot of fun making videos. I'm glad y'all are enjoying them. This guy under here is in need of... Nah. Oh, wait. No, I did block it. Okay. Oh, I was freaking out. I thought I'd made the whole thing an even number. Oh, I was going to panic. No need for panic, though. We're good. We're good. No need to panic. We're fine. It's totally fine.
Pleased to meet you.
Yay, I passed a year.
Ronum, thank you so much for the 13 months. Ronum Bulo. Enjoy the big old tree. This, since it's higher, we can have it sticking out 2 blocks. I know earlier when I was talking about it, I was like, ew, no, this can't stick out. That can... Yeah, that's fine. A little gap there, a little gap right there, and that'll connect it in. Yeah. You give us one goated tip on building. If it, what would it be? Divide your build up into 3 parts and use a different color palette for each. I think helps. If you're making a house, I think it can help into that. Any tips to not die in hardcore? Keep a totem in your offhand.
Keep it real.
Keep a water bucket
Are
on
you
your inventory.
planning on making another city elsewhere?
Pleased to meet you.
And
Ooh, I have one over here too. That's nice.
Zella, thank you for the 45 months. Appreciate you. Skinny Lizard, thank you for the dono. Yeah, we have 3 cities that we're doing. So we got this one here that we're wrapping up. We got Tough Hall. It's gonna be probably be eventually like it'd be like this big. So about half the size probably as Path would be Tough Hall, going like in this space here, kind of S shaped up into this area for a harbor. We have Path over here that's or Papyrus over here that's eventually going to fill out all the way up to these walls is the goal. And then I do have an idea. It might turn into a village or a town, maybe not a city, but doing some sort of Asian inspired space down here. But before we get to that, we got to really do a lot up here. I've also talked about doing something Mediterranean-y themed up in this space. We've got our little Mediterranean village that we're slowly adding to down here. That's very Tuscan inspired. But yeah, so we got some things coming together. Don't go to the Nether. Always die there. The Nether isn't too scary. You're planning to make a city in every biome? No, that'd be a lot of cities. I don't think the Nether is too horrifying of a place, but it definitely can be a little spookies. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. And here. Yeah, I would say those are some of the main like plans I got for the future for the world right now. There's so many like landscape projects and things, which I know is all me putting on myself, that I really would like to do and get those done so we can keep the world expanding. And we've also got a lot of like the big name things. Like I still want to do an end portal stronghold transformation. I still have never done one of those in this world or any Minecraft world I've ever played on. So I've got a few plans like that that are kind of like, all right, we got to get some of these moving. I feel like at the 4-year mark in a world, which is where we're at, we should have a slightly cleaner way of getting into the end than running through a stronghold that looks disgusting, and I've slowly just chipped away at it and torn it apart. Not that I ever really go to the end that often, but you know, kind of nice. Something Venice inspired, lots of canals. I want to make a lot of canals in the Asian inspired place. But more like little like rowboats to get through, not like big canals, but something like that could be fun. I want to work on canals somewhere.
You should put a statue of yourself in a village.
Aw, man, I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude. I don't need a statue of me anywhere.
Pleased to meet you.
What about something Venice inspired? Lots of canals.
Miss Scooby, thank you for the 29 months. Yeah. I think we'll have a lot of canals in the space down there. I want to make it very much themed around like using water to move things around, but not 100% sure when we're gonna be doing that. It's kind of like a back of the brain, like I want to do it, but I'm also like, yeah, I need to. That's kind of why the wall is there. That last episode's wall. That was kind of to stop me from jumping too far into the Asian inspired region, because that's kind of whoopsies. That's kind of where that space leads down into. I think that looks nice. You almost have a statue at spawn. I got that. That's my almost statue. I like the canal idea. It could be some Thai or Cambodian influence. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I'm not thinking too much on it yet. I was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I really, really liked all the villages that had the canals in it everywhere in there. And so that's kind of where the brain of, canal area would be cool. I also think it'd be fun to make some big rice paddies and things like that. Could be cool to work on. Gotta talk about the wall. That looks insane. Best build you've done so far. Thank you. Yeah, it turned out really cool. Yeah, this was the wall from last episode. Turned out very, very fun. This house was a last minute ad, and it's like my favorite part of it. Like, I had finished everything for the wall, almost through the entire video, recorded everything, and then was like, what if I just put a house here? And I was like, yeah. But, like, my favorite shot, I think, was it wasn't the thumbnail that ended up winning, so I was kind of surprised by that. I was for sure thinking that this one would win. But, like, this shot here, where you just get the idea of the house in there, and then you have the idea of just a massive gate. Like, the house just looks tiny compared to it, and I loved that shot. Are you excited for the bonus Minecraft Live? I am, yeah. I will be streaming it on Saturday. If I wake up on time, that is, because it starts at 8:30 a.m. for me. So I'm going to try my best. No promises that I wake up. But I will try my best to wake up and be here and be able to live stream watching it, a good old fun watch party, talk about whatever goes on with it, if there's new update news or anything like that. The huge. It's always fun time doing Minecraft Live, like, on stream. I always have a great time with that. Feel like this. Just feels like it needs a little something. I mean, it's not like we'll see it up here too often, but we could do the old flippin' campfire above the window trick. That looks good. Because, I mean, like, realistically, how much of the front of that house are we going to see if we're walking around on foot? Which is more what I build it for. I obviously want the skyline to look good, but that thing's coming together from, like, we're going to be down here, dude. We're not seeing anything of that. What we do need to do a little bit of is we got to do the stuff. I'm back, fell asleep. All good, dude. Welcome on in. I feel like I need to get some birch up there. It's way too bright. A Cambridge style city at some point. Honestly, not familiar with what that build style would be. The only things I know about Cambridge is what I hear from Cam all the time. Obviously, I know there's like a school there and whatnot, but I feel like most of my Cambridge knowledge comes from Cam. I'm not doing 8:30 a.m. his time. Yeah, that'd be real early for you. How do you come up with gradients and color palettes? I have a few in my brain that I just know that work.
In UK, what's it like across the pond?
26 Celsius. It's 58 Fahrenheit here, which is, let's say that's in the teens. 14 Celsius. It's kind of cold today. It was much, much warmer yesterday. Do you like doing that? I think it looks nice. Oxford is like honey-colored sandstone. I mean, I would love if we had those types of blocks in Minecraft. The closest we probably have is like a mud. But if we had like an in-between of mud and sandstone that came in like a brick texture, like merge these two together. Honestly, just give me a block that's primarily that darker is like the highlight, and then make it darker from there, but do it in like actual red brick form. We need more blocks that hit on this pattern. I don't want big bricks anymore. I want little bricks. We need to work on the little brick economy because we have too many big brick economies. We need more little brick. Like, look at all this. You're looking brick here. You got big, 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 big. And you have the nethers, resin, and regular brick are the only littles. And let's be honest, resin, pretty unusable. Red nether brick and nether brick, also not the most commonly used block. Brick's the only one that's like used consistently. You're my favorite Minecraft creator. Thanks for making great videos and all these. I think I was watching since the Steampunk Survival World and Amplified. But I know I saw Hardcore Season 1 live. Welcome on in, Alex. Good to have you. Yeah, those are some fun series. Those were some good times. How do you get your Mountains Hollow and Lightmatica? Use Axiom. Oh, that's not the window I meant to grab. Can I Control Z that? Yeah, I can. There's you make a big selection box. With your box select, you need to do this. You have to hit enter to be able to get it here. You'll know that you hit enter because you're gonna have this selection box thing up here, and then you go to operations and you click on hollow right there. Once you do that, then you're good to go. All right, we're moving chat back up. I actually randomly, I need to edit through it, but I did record a Lightmatica tutorial a few days ago because I was making Lightmatica stuff, and I was like, people keep asking me about this. I'm just going to record this process and talk while I do it. So, soon TM, there might be a Lightmatica tutorial video that'll go up on the second channel. I don't know when. Actually, you know what I want this to be? I want this to be like mangrove log. Oh, but then that would be here too. Yeah. What are you gonna do if you die in this world? Start a survival world. Is the current game plan. I don't need any of these blocks. Yeah, if we lose this world, my plan is to make a regular survival world. This is planning to be my last hardcore world that I ever make. I've had so much fun working on this. I've had an absolutely fantastic time with it. And I can already tell you that when we lose this one eventually, I feel like I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do hardcore anymore. I'm content.
Pleased to meet
with
you.
taking this through as hardcore through the end. But I don't plan to make a hardcore world again. I think the thing that I'm like definitely I treat as my forever world, so the idea that like it could also be lost, you know, is kind of a bummer part of all of it, which is why I don't ever recommend people make hardcore forever worlds. But we've lasted in for 4 years already, and I love it. I'm really happy with everything I've accomplished in it, and I want to keep going as long as I can. Emotional damage will be too much. Yeah, it'll be a critical hit for sure. But that's okay. That's part of the fun of doing this. I knew that when I got into doing it, that this was going to be a hardcore world. Did I think I was going to last 4 years in it? No, not really. Connor, thanks so much for coming to member, dude. So, yeah, my plan is the eventual next world, because that is an eventual. There's no way to last forever in a Minecraft world. That's hardcore. So, eventually I know that I'm gonna die in this one. And I've come to terms with that as much as I can. And we're just gonna move into regular survival afterwards and try and see what we can accomplish in there. Probably play very similarly to how I play this, of just building a giant world. And I'm excited to see what that would turn into. I wouldn't take any of the builds from here and move them over to that world or anything like that. Like, everything would be fresh, net new, just having a good old time with it. So I think that'll be a cool world. I've got, the only plan I have for it so far is I want to make it on 2 times biome scale. So large biomes, if you ever turn that on in Minecraft, is 8 times biome scaling, and I want to make it either 2 times or 4 times. I haven't decided quite yet, exactly yet, but I know I want biomes to be slightly bigger than they are in vanilla Minecraft. The nice thing with it being here in creative as well is you'll never lose it. Yeah, but if I die in that hardcore world, I'm not going to keep playing in this one. Why is the yellow kind of slap? It kind of slaps. I like it. Where's creative add-ons? That's Axiom. This is everything in this menu is Axiom. Everything in this menu is Axiom. This to teleport around. This is Zeros world map. It's just a map mod that you can right-click and you can teleport. Try cyan. I don't know if I want like the cool color. I use flashback. Replay mod is really, really bad compared to it. Flashback definitely has its issues too, but replay mod is something that was great, and it was absolutely amazing to have about 6 years ago. And then flashback released, and I literally have not used replay mod since. Dire Kestrel, that sounds crazy. Making runes from English words into runes. Build the runes in Minecraft and then pasting those inside of the build. Nice, nice, nice. I always just use the galactic alphabet that they use in the Minecraft enchanting language when I'm doing stuff like that. It's kind of fun. No, we don't have electricity in this world, but I do have like weird wiring bits going across this entire Dwarven district. I was just kind of showing it being a little bit more gadgetry focused. So I think I am going to put those in here. Maybe this all goes one farther back. Is Minecraft your favorite game of all time? I would say Minecraft is the game I've played the most over my life, yeah. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there. I might say, honestly, I feel like my favorite gaming, like Minecraft has definitely given me the most of any game in my life because I'm a content creator. So it's kind of hard to not have it be the favorite when it's literally my job, or not have like the most memories from it, I guess you could say. Dang it. But if I were to pick like a favorite, you know, honestly, I'd probably still say it's like a World of Warcraft or something. I've had so many good memories with friends gaming, playing World of Warcraft, and yeah, there's just a lot of special memories and friendships I've had. Like I have a lot more friends from Minecraft now because I'm a content creator, but I have a lot of longtime best friends that I made and met through playing World of Warcraft back in the day. So I'd probably would say that it's up there, if not the number one game that I have like would say is the fave, just from all the memories for it. What details does buttons add to building? It kind of look like supports going through them. It can look like there's just like a little bit of like a wood jutting out or something like that, I think is kind of the way that people would go for it. No, can't do that. Never mind. I was gonna actually put this here. You mentioned Elden Ring a few times as a source of build inspiration and the other games that you have stylistic influence of you. Yeah, Elden Ring's definitely up there. I would say Anno is also a pretty good one to grab some inspo from. I would also say, what else? What else? Nathan, thank you for becoming a supporter, dude. Appreciate you. I would say, what would I say? What is the word? Bird. Yeah, I would say the Assassin's Creed games I definitely draw inspiration from. I'd say Elden Ring is up there. I get a lot of concepts from World of Warcraft of like how to create civilizations and things. I like to look at the civilization games for like the wonders and things that they build up, because I feel like those are pretty cool. Crimson Desert recently has been one that I've been getting some inspo from. That's definitely a cool one if you're looking for that kind of medieval fantasy approach to things. I think Crimson Desert's been pretty cool for that. A little green with a little extra red in here could be kind of cool. I think the spruce isn't half bad. I feel like I'm in an elevator with this music. Yeah, we got good vibes. We try. Some of them I feel like are a little too wub-wubby. I feel like I'm gonna remove some of the wub-wubby songs from the playlist. What do we think? Have you ever played League of Legends? I played League of Legends back in like 2012 to 2014 and realized that that was not a game for me, and so I stopped playing. I realized that I was just... One, I had other video games that I enjoyed a lot more than it, and I was leaving League of Legends matches actually being like tense. My body was like, ugh! And I was just getting so frustrated. And like that, I mean, I was in high school, so it is what it is. But I was like, I do not like this feeling. There's a reason I don't really play competitive games at all anymore, and it's because I really do not like the feeling of just getting like so like worked up over a game. Like, video games are meant to be fun, and if I'm in there getting like like over a video game, I'm like, no, dude, I gotta find something else to do. I hate that. Yeah. All your music is fire. Okay. I like this vibe is very chill. Yeah, I like this type of music is some of my favorite in the playlist. I want to find more of this vibe. But yeah, I used to back when I played League, I was also playing StarCraft 2 a lot, and I was better at StarCraft, and it stressed me out less. So I kind of went all in on the StarCraft vibe instead of playing League of Legends, and I still to this day think that was a good call. I'm not hating on any of y'all League players out there. Like y'all can play League all you want, but I ain't jumping in. No siree. Zero part of me wants to play that game again. Okay, we need to do that. I wanted to sync it in, but that would really interrupt the flow from in the door, so we'll have to leave it here. I don't take song recommendations because all my music is verified copyright free, and even if somebody tells me something's copyright free, I ain't too sure about that. And I do not want a copyright strike because then I lose monetization on the streams. Appreciate the Rex though, but unfortunately not gonna be something that we've gone. What's your favorite build in this world? I'd say the university right over here. At least the exterior of it. We still need to finish the interior. Are you not streaming music on YouTube, or am I hearing disabled? The song right now is pretty quiet, but there's music. There should be music. Do you all on YouTube not hear the music? I do a copper door. Copper? Get some copper? It's there? Okay. Fine. The city will have a lot of color and details. That's the goal. I want to make a city that you can walk around in and get fully lost inside of. Let's grab a sign, and I want to put market stall. Don't know what it's gonna look like, but I think a market stall there could be kind of cool. Just like a little like neighborhoody one, you know. We'll mark it with pink so it pops out. Yeah, I can have that. A little market stall right in there. You see the interior? Those are so crazy with the colors and details. Yeah, once the interiors are all done, if this world still runs, it's gonna be gorgeous.
Pleased to meet you.
fWhip yay.
Who's that? 80s, thank you. 76 months, my dude. Appreciate ya. Hope you're doing well today. How many interiors are there to do? I've recently linked Discord. I want to build one. I mean, all of the new structures that we're planning out right now will eventually be in there for people to claim. I believe there's still like 10 or so around this space in the middle and the Cathedral District. Maybe 15 that haven't been claimed. I'll be honest, it's been a few minutes since I've been on there. I know I owe a few interior checks still, so I've got to get on there and do those soon. But there are still some open ones to be claimed. You need to do a test interior first before you can claim one, but then after you get approved, then you can claim one in the city. I'm watching your streams for around a week now, but I don't know how to make a pickaxe. Could you help me? Yeah, so to make a pickaxe, you have to first make a bed, and then you have to go down into the stronghold, and then to unlock the pickaxe recipe, you have to sleep with your head right next to the bookshelves in the ancient libraries and the strongholds, and you have to sleep in there in between all of them with the cobwebs and everything, and then while you sleep there, you'll learn the recipe for a pickaxe. And then you'll see it in your resource list, in your recipe book. Don't worry, you'll get it. Hike was fun. I was hiking some geothermal
Pleased
features.
to meet you.
Nice.
Woohoo a year since 10,000 days, a new tree.
Who was that? Who was that? Secret Unknown, thanks so much for the 1 year. Oh my gosh, has it really been a year since 10K? Where are we at today? Full Age University's right there. One of these days, someone's going to believe you. I didn't say anything false there. I don't know what you're talking about. That was 100% truth. Okay. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Oh, static shock. I just killed my stream deck. Please don't be dead. It's all white screen. Whatever. That's fine. Okay, we're back. Wow, my stream deck is still dead. That's not fun. Hello, stream deck. 1 second. Let me see if it'll restart itself. I think I gotta unplug it and plug it back in. I went to mute it. It didn't mute. Which chord is it? I think it's this one. 1 second. Okay. It's kind of chilly today. Don't lie. Kind of cold. 1 second. Another 1 second, and then we'll build something, I swear. What is a stream deck? It has a bunch of buttons on it that I can use to like mute stuff, skip songs, open programs, all that type of stuff. Live streaming tool. Love a Costco hoodie. Dude, I love this hoodie. It's so comfortable. It's like one of my go-to hoodies, which is just hilarious. I love that the stream deck updates are just essentially advertisements. Yeah, and I skip them all. Yeah, every update is, do you want to buy our new product? Here's a bug fix. Okay. Finally bought Cyberpunk and I'm so inspired already. Oh yeah, that's another good game for your inspiration. Cyberpunk 2077. I feel like every time I say that though, I always have to give the caveat of this game is not family friendly. That game is visually stunning, but it's a little spicy at times, you could say. I think that's a fair way to put it. Just gonna do that for those. Do you still have your building with fWhip World? I have the world file. I don't play on it though. Game has all the spice. It does have spice. Still a good game, but it definitely got spice. It's a spicy meatball. What else have we been using in this district? I feel like it's a lot of just like earthy tones. Kind of is. It's very like industrial brown. How would you describe this? Industrial brown. I think we'd go with the walls actually being just, you know, brown. Why? I don't know. I kind of like the dark oak on it, but we did dark oak on the one next to it. But if we do spruce, it's going to be way too... Yeah, we're going to go dark oak again. It's okay. That was like really messy. This will be cleaner. Dang it. Shoot that. I want these facing. No, actually, I want those facing up. How much of this can I actually see here? Okay, there's that. We will also do those up at this point. You think we could see quartz walls in the near future? I don't know about near future, but I think there's an eventual chance of quartz walls in Minecraft. I don't know how much Minecraft is really going to be adding like those filler things right now. I feel like there's like a expectation that they're trying to meet that they put on themselves of drops are all just kind of like net new things. Small things, but they're net new and they're not really expanding on old systems. They're just kind of like building out mini systems in the game, which isn't my favorite thing, but like I get it. I am hoping that eventually they just have some drops that just all they do is update missing features or mix match stuff and just really give us a whole ton of things that like we probably should have had a long time ago. Like, give us a woodcutter, dude. How do we not have a woodcutter in Minecraft? Just have me put an axe and a log together. Wood chopper.
Keep it real.
There's your recipe.
I have officially overcome death this weekend. I'll be teaching courses starting at $299.99.
Dude, that's a deal. Under 300 bucks. That's an insane deal. Wow. Thank you for the dono, though, dude. I'm assuming that means you've been sick for a little while. Hopefully, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better, though. I kind of want to just do some. Occasionally, I feel like I really like working with glass. And other times, I'm like, I hate everything about this block. Well, this could be full block. I feel like if they do announce something new for, what would it be, 26.3 at this point, if they announce something this weekend, I don't know what it could be. I feel like normally I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be something along this line. What I've been expecting it to be for the last few updates has not been what has happened, so I don't even know where to start. I don't know. What do y'all think? Like, what's like a reasonable idea for the next update that y'all have in mind? We can have all of our absurd takes that we want of like end update confirmed because it's going to be at TwitchCon. So obviously it's going to be like the super mega next Minecraft expansion. But I don't know if that's real. But also, like, if they make an announcement at TwitchCon and it's not super exciting, I feel like the audience is going to boo. And I don't think Mojang would necessarily be there to get booed at. They seem to be very much curating their appearances in things, which, as they should. Any large studio, I think, should be, you know, not super publicly visible. The expectation of like visibility in the gaming space and whatnot, I think, is absurd. But yeah, I don't know, man. I got no ideas. Baby hostile mobs, new villager, maybe. Owls would be cool. More Vulcan and vibrant visuals. Yeah, Jewel, I think you're right. I think they're gonna announce the date for when we get vibrant visuals. That's been something I've been assuming also. Like, obviously it's gonna be this date. Let's just do that there. Which would be kind of a bummer. I mean, am I super stoked? Absolutely, totally stoked. To get vibrant visuals and Vulcan, yes, because that's going to make the game performance so much better for everybody. If you know you can use Vulcan, and they are able to get it to actually operate pretty well. But just being able to update the Minecraft game on Java to being a later version of the stupid ancient OpenGL that we're on would be very, very fun. Minecart rework would be fun. They had that experimental stuff a while ago, but didn't go anywhere with it. Honestly, with line of the latest low effort updates, one I'd actually want to be a re-all of original Plants and Flowers. I feel like last update actually was not low effort. I don't know. I liked the baby mob update. I think the baby mob for a drop, it's not an update, it's a drop. Granted, drops have updates for the games, but I think people need to remember that, like, we're not getting updates right now. We're getting drops, which are meant to be a small package. And I feel like, to me, the drop that we just got was actually a really good drop. I feel like it was something that I genuinely enjoyed a lot. Like, I've enjoyed the new drop a lot. I feel like there's been a decent amount of technical back-end changes that made my game run more efficiently in the new version. I feel like there's a few little fun things to go do. Like, I've got no complaints about the baby animals. Not a llama, a ladder. Can't really attach a llama to the side of the building too well. One second. It's not worth having to update all my mods and whatnot just for a mechanic most people won't really interact with. Well, I feel like the new update, I don't know, most of the mods, you can use it. If you're using default Minecraft launcher to like manage mods, then like that's on your own issue for it being tedious to update, I'll be honest. Because I use Prism launcher to update my mods, and I literally click one button. Actually, I click two buttons. I click change game version to 26.2, 1.1.2. I click that, and then I click update mods. Then it scans through everything, and it says, here's what's available to update right now. And I go, cool, install all of them. And then I go and I update, click launch, and I'm in the updated version with at least as many mods as were available. And within 2 weeks, I felt like I had enough to be fully functional in everything that I had planned to do. So I didn't really get, I don't really get that like waiting fatigue, I guess, of being like, oh man, I need this and this and this. Don't do the launchers. Yeah, no, managing through default can be a pain. I fully agree with you on that. It can be a huge pain to manage through the default launcher. I do not disagree. We're gonna have to raise that up because this floor's gonna have to come up to be able to match this in here. What block do we want? We had tough there, so I don't want to do tough again. Or do I just do tough again? Or no, let's do cobblestone. Let's do. I don't do cobblestone houses enough. I never use cobblestone in this game, dude. Honestly, this might be a bad take. I think cobblestone is ugly as heck. I think cobblestone is actually one of the worst blocks in Minecraft. I hate cobblestone. It's so noisy. It's so messy. And it's I do not like cobble. I will always try and use stone over cobblestone. It is one of my least used blocks in this game. What door do we want? What's a fun colored door? Let's make them a warped. I want shelf. Sorry, drinking. My caffeine. That's kind of fun. We do a little. We can start getting rid of our cobblestone now because we don't actually want too much of it. Nope, that can't be there. Move that to be stone. Good with dead coral. That's about it. Yeah, cobblestone in like a pathway, I'm fine with. That looks fine. It looks okay if you're using on the ground. If you're using cobblestone and like the side of houses alone, I find it looks really bad. So that's why I'm getting rid of most of it here. Well, actually, instead of that, here, I think I'm just going to do this. A little taller door. Yeah. I feel like I need a prism launcher tutorial because for every update I need to uninstall every mob, update the Minecraft version, and re-download all mods I tried to update. Here. Let me make sure I'm not going to leak anything before I show you all. Does it show file paths or anything? No, we're good. Okay, yeah, here, all you have to do. Prism launcher. First, you have to download Prism launcher. Second, you have to go into it and log in. Third, you just make an instance. All you gotta do is add instance, but once you have yours, I'm assuming you can get this far. All you gotta do is click edit. And then it pops up this here. And literally all you gotta do is go into here, version. You click on Minecraft, you click there, and then you can go into change version here. All you gotta do is that. You change all the snapshots and everything in there. You just click OK, and it'll install it automatically for you. Then you go into mods, and you just make sure you have all those checkboxes on. And all you do is you click check for updates, and it's gonna come in here and be like, oh, nothing found for these ones. And you're like, okay, cool. But then you can see like, okay, all of these are here, ready to be updated. Woohoo! Now you can see all of them, and then you can check box next to whichever ones you want or don't want. So like, boom, I don't want Boxy update. Or you can do it, and then you can see the versions that they're going to, and all you literally do is you click OK. And then you're good. And then you just boot up the game again. And anything that's not of the right version, even though all these mods are installed, but because those 3 are in here that they don't actually use, it will just it'll stop it. They won't be in your instance, so you won't even deal with crashes or whatever. That's it. That's all you need for Prism. You would hate my world. All builds are cobblestone. Now, you can make cobblestone look good. I think it's the like stigma of like a alpha Minecraft castle of just millions and millions of cobblestone. I'm just like, I can't see it anymore. I've seen it for years. I can't look at it again. You can't make me, you know? When's your next stream? Gonna be Wednesday. We've got a decent amount of houses done here. I think these still need some work on them. I'm not in love yet, but they're getting there. Just trying to remember more details of things that we did put in this area. A little button work like that. I mean, this doesn't look like a dwarven house at all. I didn't even finish. I feel like when I jump around to the different parts of path, I'm like, what did I even do here? What? I did what? We need lanterns and things. We haven't added any light sources up here. Pretty sure. Yeah, we haven't done anything. Let's go F9. We can do a little can be a little light source right in there. Need another one down here so we can say this. I think doing like a kind of want like a hanging sign of sorts, like off of this point. I think that could be kind of cool. But let's make it out of bamboo so it like stands out a lot. Like they're trying to advertise their shop or whatever they got. That would be like right outside their shop window though. So we're going to move it that way I won, because that is still survival possible. You just have to place that and then break this full block and then put it back. Is that it? How have I never noticed that? How have I never noticed that on the hanging sign for a bamboo? I'm assuming spruce has it too, but no, it's just... Why does it look like it has a stick through it? That doesn't have stick. Why? The back of this wall, we'll put some like gadgetry or something on it. I don't know. Which mod do you use for the map? Zeros world map. Okay, I kind of want this one to be going lighter. Or do I, no, I want to be going darker. No, because that did light and... what do I do? I don't want it to be the same as that, but I want it to be something. Bamboo is hollow, so I think it'd have to be a stick cut in half. True. Fair. Understandable. If you kind of need a path that was done in sections, we could really see your level of building progression. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have that here. Like, you can, if you go and look at my oldest parts of Path, these are the original buildings that were made in Path. I'm pretty sure this is actually the first ever building I designed in Path. Outside of the wall. The wall and the gate came first, but the first building inside was that. Compared to some of the latest ones being like these guys. I feel like the scale on some of them is bigger and smaller at the same time. But like the style and how I texture has changed a lot in the last year. Emmy, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate you. Even like going down here to the copper. This is an older building in here, but you look at this guy compared to the ones that we finished at the start of stream today. Very, very different. And it's cobblestone. Yeah, I did use cobblestone in here. I think this was before all the tough variants came out. Yeah, this was before all the different types of tough were in the game. That's how old these are. You know, ads and supporting fWhip? Oh, you're the best. All right, let's add this guy. And that guy. And then we'll have tile. So we'll go... This will be our highlight here. And then we can add bar. I'm going to finish this up and then I think we're calling it. Because I got a meeting I got to get to in 10 minutes. I need to go get a quick bite of food. Otherwise, I'm a bit late. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. I have a little bit in here. It just needs a little like noise to it is really all. I try and like texture the corners of these so that they kind of have the darker colors on the corners and little sharper bits. And then the middle is more or less just a little bit of noise. With trying to have darker colors around chimneys is the general vibe I go for. Okay, let's grab our candle. Not like that. Okay. Cool. We got... I want to say these are done, but I might tweak them a little bit more. But we can say that, that, and that are at least like ready to be final reviewed before going in. So there's 3 more done. That was a lot. We got... What, we finished that corner one, and we're doing about 4 buildings a stream, it seems like. Which is, we still have so many. I bought your Patreon twice, and I've had so many Minecraft worlds inspired by you. Hey, Stanley, I appreciate it, dude. There's gonna be a new world download coming out with episode 120. That will be next month, though. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I want to sign up for Patreon right now so I make sure I get it. It will be early next month, but it will be next month. So depending on how your Patreon billing is going, or membership billing and all that stuff, if you want to get it, and you're like, oh, I'll pay, but hold a week or 2 just to save yourself the extra few buckaroonies. But I think we're gonna be calling it there today. We got a lot more work to do on designing up all this place, but I gotta run. I got a meeting coming up in a bit. So thank you all so very much for being here. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so very much for the support, the likes, the subs, the follows, all that cool stuff, the memberships, donos. Thank you. Y'all have been absolutely fantastic today. So I really do appreciate it. Hope you all, for those in the US, have a lovely rest of your Memorial Day weekend. And who are we gonna go drop a raid onto? Over on Twitch. Scar's currently live, and it just says I'm back, and the preview of it is him holding flint and steel. So obviously we're gonna go raid Scar. It doesn't look like he actually has flint and steel in his hand, but he's doing something and he has a fun hat on, so we're gonna go raid Scar. Flip right in the chat when you get on over there. People are saying congrats on something, so good time to go right in. Oh, no, is he ending? Oh no. I don't know. We're gonna raid. We're gonna if it's a raid and you're going on somewhere else, I don't know. Y'all have fun. But that's it for now. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.